Hi, we are back with another edition, just like last week, of predicting, game day predictions. So I'm excited to be back because this is fun to do. And I hope you guys enjoy this little live series that I'm doing. And so there are a lot of games on tonight. Looking at my notes, there are a lot of games on tonight, but I picked five of them for us to go through and just talk about, predictions, opinions, all that kind of stuff. So let's get into it. Okay. So the first game I picked out was the 76ers Cavs game. Listen, I keep telling people how important Jarrett Allen is to the Cavs, but okay, I'm not gonna say nobody believes that or nobody understands that, but there are so many people who still underrate him. His value to the Cavs is just you just can't quantify it. Like whenever he's out, it seems like I'm not gonna say they never won without him, but it's super difficult for them to win without him. He is their anchor on defense. He has a huge impact on the team, and he's out again tonight. And they're playing the Sixers, and Kevin Love is also out. So, unfortunately for the Cavs, I think the Sixers win because nobody is there to stop Embiid. Yes, there's no Harden, there's no Tyrese Maxey, but I think Embiid is going to just dominate. Like 30 and 12, that seems pretty easy for him. So I think that's what's going to happen. It's going to be like a closer game. I don't think that the Cavs will get blown out, of course, without Maxey or Harden. But I do think the Sixers win maybe like 105 to 99, like something like that, like a lower scoring game because they both are Jared Allen doesn't score like 30 points a game, but he still obviously impacts scoring and Kevin Love. And then the Sixers obviously are without their two of their top stars. So 105 to 99. That's my prediction for that game. So moving on to Hawks Orlando. Well, Orlando is struggling to get wins, and I'm not sure that's going to stop anytime soon. Sorry, Orlando, because obviously they're very young. They have a lot of young talent, but they haven't been able to, put it all together, which makes sense. When you're a super young team and you have all this young talent, you typically are not expected to just be championship contenders. It's not how it works. Paolo, though, he looks great. Like every game he plays, okay, majority of the games he plays, he's so good. And he looks like an NBA veteran to me. Like he is NBA ready. He doesn't seem like a rookie the way he plays. Anybody else agree with that? So I do expect Paolo to play well, just his typical standard numbers. Wendell Carter Jr. is out, which is sad because I think he's still super underrated also. And his impact on the team also can't be quantified. However, Bol has stepped up this entire year, of course, but especially, Wendell Carter Jr.'s absence. And he is really showing out. Like he is showing the talent as to why he was such a highly coveted draft prospect draft prospect. But obviously he fell in the draft because of his foot injury and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, that's not the point. He's playing really well, so I expect him to, play decent. I don't expect him to have like the biggest game ever because Clint Capella also so many underrated people. Clint Capella is also underrated in the sense that he just seems to just like wake up and grab 12 rebounds. Like I don't know. Like it's just like, oh yeah, he just grabbed 12, whatever. So I think that although Clint Capella is obviously not the best center in the entire league, he is a very good center. And I think his experience will trump Mo Bamba's skill, if you want to say. Like I think Clint Capella will outplay Mo Bamba. Oh my god, I'm talking about the wrong player. I'm thinking, oh my god, this is what happens when you go live. You start thinking about the wrong players. Why am I talking about Mo Bamba? Um, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I think play. Clint Capella is going to outplay Bull. There you go. He's going to outplay him. Not in like numbers wise. Like I'm not necessarily saying that Clint Capella will have 25 and Bull will have like 5. Like Bull may have more points and stuff like that, but I think that overall he will outplay him, if that makes sense. So it took so long to get around to that. I'm talking about the wrong player. But anyway, so now I'm getting all confused. Okay, so right. So that game, and I think that Trae Young is going to have a good game. I think honestly, Trae Young might go for 40, like 35 to 40, because it's been a while since we've seen like the Trae Young game. Like he's been good, and obviously with DeJounte Murray there, that takes some of the offensive load off him. from scoring, just everything all around. So it makes sense as to why he wouldn't be going for 40 every single night. But Orlando obviously is one of the not the greatest team in the league. So I do expect that Trey Young might go for like 35, 40. Like this seems like a Trey Young kind of game. So expect that from him, and I expect it to be a blowout. Something like 122 to 93, something like that. So let's move on to the next game. Pacers, Kings. This is going to be a really good game. And people are thinking like, oh, but the Kings, no. Don't sleep on the Kings, okay? The Kings are actually a lot better this year. And I think that it's going to be a very high scoring game. Like, I'm thinking like, let me look at my notes. I'm thinking at like 132 to 24, 124. Like a high scoring game. Like I could see offense on both sides just going crazy. I do think the Pacers are going to win. I do think, obviously, Tyrese Halliburton and Buddy Hield were on the Kings, and this will kind of be like a revenge game for them, even though there's not like revenge. Like it's not the same kind of revenge, but I still think it'll be like a revenge game because when you play your old team, you want to win. And the Pacers are playing well, of course. They're in the playoffs. Like they're playing very well. So I do expect the Pacers to win. I expect Buddy Hield to have a big game, like 25 points for Buddy Hield, maybe 20, 25 points. I expect Halliburton to just be good. Like, I don't expect him to have an otherworldly performance. But I mean, maybe that's just me being desensitized to him just getting 12 assists every game and just like, oh, that's nothing. So I do expect him to get like 20 and 12, 20 and 10, just like a solid game. So I do expect the Pacers to win that game. High scoring game. It'll be kind of close, but I do think the Pacers will pull it out because listen, they just pulled off a win against the Lakers. Was that yesterday or 2 days ago? Oh my god, I'm getting so confused. I think it was yesterday. But yeah, so I do expect the Pacers to win that game. Now, moving on to the next game, we got the Bucks versus the Knicks. I'm sorry, Knicks fans. The Bucks have your number. I don't know why, but they do. So I expect the Bucks to win. I don't really expect it to be close at all, to be honest. I expect it to be a blowout. Like for some reason, whenever the Bucks play the Knicks, it's not it's not close. Maybe it is, and maybe I'm just making up those numbers. But I feel like in recent memory, it was never really close, those games, whenever they played each other. So I don't expect Giannis to have like 40, 10, and 10. Like I don't expect like a wild game from him. I expect a really good game from him, but I expect it to be an overall team effort. Like I think Bobby Portis will get like a double double. Drew Holiday will get his 20 and 8 assists. Like I expect everybody to contribute on the Bucks. And then for the Knicks, honestly, I think it's going to be one of those games where it's just like offensively things just aren't going right. I could be wrong, never know. But I think it's going to be one of those games where it's just like a struggle to just get things going offensively. I don't know. So I expect this to be a blowout too. So something like 125 to 90. Like I'm not sure the Knicks even break the 100-point mark. So that's that. That's that. Sorry, Knicks fans. I know you probably don't want to hear that. I know you probably don't want to hear that, but I think that's what's going to happen. But you got a good win on Julius Randle's birthday. You got a really good win. That was yesterday. Got a really good win there against the Pistons. And then the last game that I want to talk about is the Blazers and the Lakers game. This one is interesting because there's like a lot of storylines going on. So first we have the Lakers kind of wanting revenge from the game where Damian Lillard hit the game winner. Obviously they want revenge from that because they want to win. They also blew a huge lead against the Pacers to bring back the Pacers. And so they're already like upset about that. I'm not even saying upset, upset, but I'm just saying like when you come off a loss, a tough loss, you want to win. You have that extra energy. It's different. So they have that going for them. And the Blazers from last night blew a huge lead to the Clippers. And Anthony Simons was going off in that third quarter. Like he ended up with, how many did he have? Like 39? I watched that game live, but I'm trying to remember if he had like 39 points. I think Jeremy Grant had ended up with 30 points or over 30 points also. Like it was a tough loss. Like the lead just started to go away. Norman Powell went crazy. So Reggie Jackson was really good too. So they're upset. They're upset because they just blew a lead last night. So now you got two teams that are going to have high energy after bad losses. I keep putting little quotation marks. Bad losses. Let me just read the comment. Bucks defense will be too much for them. Yeah, I just think the Knicks, going back to the Knicks game, I think it's gonna be tough for the Knicks. I really do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Knicks fans. I just really think it's gonna be a tough game. But you always have to look at, the bright spots in there. Maybe there's like something that happens with Quentin Grimes that he shows some kind of flashes that you haven't seen yet. So you got to look for those little things in the game. There's always a game within a game. Back to the Blazers and Lakers. So both teams are coming into the game with high energy. However, unfortunately for the Lakers, I do think the Blazers pull this out. I do think it's going to be close. I wouldn't be shocked if the Lakers win. This one is more of a toss up, especially because Damian Lillard is not there. They always have LeBron and Anthony Davis as, on the injury report. They usually end up playing. Like, they're on the injury report, but they're on the injury report every single game. So I'm pretty positive that LeBron and AD will play. If they don't play, obviously it's a different story. I do expect that they will play. I think it'll be a close game. Here's the thing, like, is this the game where Anthony Davis gets like 39 and 19 again? Or, whatever he had the other game, like a few games ago when LeBron wasn't there, where he had like some crazy stat numbers, some crazy stats. So, like, are we going to see that from Anthony Davis? I don't know. Obviously, if he goes for like almost 40 or 35 and 20, like, it's going to be tough for the Blazers because that's a crazy, crazy kind of night. I'm not sure we see that. So I do think the Blazers will pull it out. I don't think Anthony Simons will go for 40 or close to 40, whatever he had, yesterday. I think he'll get his usual 25, 30, like he typically does when Dame is out. So I think he will play well. I just don't think he'll be like, close to 40 like yesterday. But I think it'll be a more overall team effort in order to get the win because they need the win. So I think everybody will collectively. I think Josh Hart will play better. Not that he was like bad yesterday, but he twisted his ankle during the game. Is that what happened? Something like that. And so I just think that he will play better. And I think Nurkic will play well. I just think overall it'll just be like a decent game for everybody on the Blazers. And then for the Lakers, like I said, is Anthony Davis going for 39, 15, 20? Like, I don't know. We'll see. And then LeBron just does LeBron things. So I do think the Blazers pull out the win. I think it's close, like 117 to 109. So those are all the games that we just went through together. I think that's, there, like I said, there are a bunch of games on, but it's hard to go through every single game. And some games are tougher to predict than others. I like to pick ones to talk about that I feel like I have a better idea on what I think is going to happen. Like, for example, I'm pretty sure the Bulls are playing tonight, and somebody like put in the comments section because I don't remember. Are the Bulls playing the Thunder? Like, are the Bulls playing the Thunder? I don't remember. I forgot who the Bulls are playing, but I remember looking at the Bulls game and being like, or maybe they're playing the Suns. I don't remember. I remember looking at that game and I'm like, that game is just so unpredictable that like Bulls play the Suns. Okay, so I was right the second time. So I guess I would pick the Suns to win, but still, the Bulls are so unpredictable. Like, games you pick them to win, they lose. And games you pick them to lose, they win. Like, they are so unpredictable. So that's what I mean by, like, I try to pick games that I feel like I have a good idea of what I think is going to happen in the game. So thank you so much for joining the stream. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. And hello, everybody who's watching this on playback on YouTube after the live stream. Thank you, everybody who joined the live stream. I appreciate you. And see you guys soon. Bye.